India has many landforms such as mountains, plains, plateaus, islands and deserts. Today we will come to know the physical divisions of India. So physical divisions of India, under this the first thing is the northern mountains. We all have to understand what are physical divisions. They are the different landforms all over the country. So the first one is the northern mountains. The northern mountains are made up of several chains of mountains. That means many mountains are chained together. So these are called as ranges. What are they called? Ranges. The Himalayan ranges stretch from Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh in the north up to the Arunachal Pradesh in the east. Okay. So Himalayan mountain ranges stretch from Jammu and Kashmir to Ladakh in the north and up to Arunachal Pradesh in the east. The highlands or the Himalayan peaks remain covered with ice all the time. Okay, and here we cannot do any cultivation. So growing crops is not possible on the mountain ranges of the Himalayas. And the highest mountain range is Mount Everest in the world. So Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak of the world. And in India, the highest peak is Mount Kanchenjunga. Okay, Mount Kanchenjunga. And there are many rivers which originate from the Himalayas, that is Ganga and Yamuna. Next, we will come to the lower ranges of Himalayas, where we have many hill stations like Shimla, Mussoorie and Darjeeling. And there are many valleys as well, which are Kullu, Kangra and Kashmir. So, and then if you come to the lower slopes, here we have thick forest. You can open page number 17. There you can see that there is a picture of terrace farming. Now on the mountain slopes, it is not possible to cultivate the crops naturally. So the farmers have cultivated the crops by making steps on the mountain hills, and this becomes easy for them to grow the crops. This kind of farming on the mountains is known as terrace farming. And there is one more region there, that is called the Terai region, where you can find more trees and grasses. Okay. Next, coming after the Himalayan mountains, we have the next landform, which is known as the northern plains. The northern plains are made up of several chains of the northern plains are a flat region that lie between Himalayas and the plateau. Okay, Himalayas in the north and the plateaus in the south. They stretch from Punjab in the north and to Assam in the east. The three river basins in the northern plains are Sutlej Basin in the west, Ganga and Yamuna Basin in the central region, and we have Brahmaputra Basin in the east. Okay, next we have, now what is a basin? Basin means many rivers flow through this region. Because many rivers are flowing here in this particular region, the northern plains, the soil here becomes very fertile, and a fertile soil is very good for growing crops, because this soil, fertile soil, which is coming through the rivers is known as the silt. Okay, which is known as silt. Because of this fertile land in the northern plains are known as the food bowl of India, because most of the food, that is the crops which are grown here, are distributed through all over India and also transported to other countries. They are exported to other countries. And here the plains are hot in summer and cold in winter. Okay. Then some important cities here are Chandigarh, Amritsar, Varanasi, Prayagraj, Patna, Kolkata, Delhi and Gaya. Now we will come next to the Great Indian Desert. Now as it says that it is a desert. So desert is full of sand, and this large desert which is present in the west of India is known as the Thar Desert, and most of the Thar Desert lie in Rajasthan. Okay. The deserts are very hot and dry in summer and very cold in winter. Okay, they are very cold in winter, and because they are dry with very less rainfall, agriculture is not possible here. Okay, very less rainfall is here. So only a certain kind of crop which needs less water can be grown here. That is millets. Millets can be grown. And here you can guess what kind of animal you will find in a desert. You can find camel. All of you know this. Very good. Okay. And most of the people in the desert travel using this camel. So camel is the means of transport in the desert. Okay. Next we will come to the peninsular plateau. Now plateau means, you all know, it is called a table land. What it is called? Table land, because it looks like a table top. It is a high area. Now the southern plateau mostly consists of rocks. Okay, it is made up of, mostly it has rocks. All this color which is in brown, okay, this brown color area is known as the peninsular plateau. Okay, now why it is called peninsular? As you all know, the land which is covered on three sides with water, this land is known as peninsula, and this plateau is covered on three sides with water. So it is known as a peninsular plateau. Okay. Next. Now this peninsular plateau which is in India is sloping towards the east. So most of the rivers which are flowing here, like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, fall into the Bay of Bengal, because Bay of Bengal is in the east. Okay, because the plateau is sloping towards the east. Then only there are two rivers which flow towards the west, that is Narmada and Tapi. These two rivers flow towards the west. Now what sea is there in the west? We have Arabian Sea in the west. Okay. Now here in this region of peninsular plateau, we find the soil is black, and black soil is very good for cultivating cotton, millets and sugarcane. Okay, and also this region is very good in minerals. Next we will come to the coastal plains. One more thing I forgot to tell you here is, in the peninsular plateau, next to this there are two ghats, that is the Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghat. Okay, Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghat. Next we will come to the coastal plains. Next to the Western Ghats, near the Arabian Sea, we are having the coastal plains, that is called the Western Coastal Plain. This is a very fertile land because it is closer to water. And towards the east, next to the Eastern Ghats, we have the Eastern Coastal Plain. So coastal plains, why they are called? Because they are closer to the coast, sea. Okay, they are closer to the sea. They are called as the coastal area. The area which is closer to the sea is called as coastal areas. Okay. Now normally the Western Coastal Plain is thinner and the Eastern Coastal Plains are broader. Okay. These are narrow and these are broader. Next we will go to the other landform, that is called as the islands. Now you all know that peninsula has 3 sides water. It is called a peninsula. Island means a land which has on all the 4 sides with water. A land which is covered on all 4 sides with water. That is on the east, west, north, south, it is covered with water. It is known as what? Island. So today we will learn about the islands. A group of islands is called as archipelago. Okay, archipelago. Group of islands are called what? Archipelago. And now like that only we have it in India. In the Bay of Bengal we are having some islands which are known as Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And while the Lakshadweep Islands are in the Arabian Sea. So we have 2 forms of islands here. In the Bay of Bengal we have Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Lakshadweep Islands lie in the Arabian Sea. Okay. The islands are known for their beautiful landscape and seascape. Seascape is nothing but the beauty of the sea. Okay, the beauty of the sea. So today you have all understood the physical divisions of India.